What's up, everybody? It's Ginger Yeti, and I'm checking in from home. Got another beer from the amazing brew tuber Nutmeg to Palmetto. If you haven't watched my channel before or didn't check out my last few videos, I was out on the Whitechapel Rituals of Hate tour. We went through Ashville, North Carolina, did a show at the Orange Peel, and Nutmeg was kind enough to come out and hang out with me for the evening, and he brought me some beers. And one of the beers he brought me is this beer right here. This is the Ten Fidy from Oskar Blues Brewery out of Longmont, Colorado. And I remember when Oskar Blues was like a really sought after beer back in the early, well, I guess the late 2000s, early teens. It was really hard to find in a lot of places. Everybody was looking for it. Now it's a little easier to find, but I don't see it a lot around here. I don't know if I've seen it in a few years. Like, it was one of those beers that, like, I would see some of their beers sometimes in Ohio, then I wouldn't see them for a while, and I haven't seen them recently. And this beer here, somehow I've never had this one, but I've had some of the variants, which is really odd. So like I said, this is the Ten Fidy. It's the Imperial Stout. Just kind of a generic black can with gold, and the can has changed over the years. And this is a 10.5% alcohol Imperial Stout, like I said. Untappd says it's 65 IBU. Who knows if that's correct or not. On the can here, there's a canned on date. It says it was canned on August 25th, 2025. But it's a stout, so the canned on date doesn't matter too much. Pack it in, pack it out. Let me begin. Yeah, that's a little joke I probably shouldn't have said, right? Doesn't make sense to most people. Brewed and canned by Oskar Blues Brewery, Longmont, Colorado. Government warning. What else is on the can here? That is everything. Not a whole lot on the can here. I mean, Oskar Blues is a well-known brewery. I'm excited to get into this. I'm really shocked that I had never had this beer before. It's crazy that I've had some of the variants, but I've never had this one. Thank you, Nutmeg. I really appreciate it. Look forward to trying this. This is probably the perfect beer for this stupid, cold, extremely windy evening here in Cleveland, Ohio. It's snowing. We're getting like 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts. It's just brutally cold. Great night to stay indoors, drink some beers. So, on Untappd, this gets a 4.08 with 184,000 check-ins. On Beer Advocate, it gets a 97 world class with over 10,000 check-ins. That is a lot of check-ins on Beer Advocate. So on Beer Advocate, since there's that many check-ins, I'll give you the aggregate score. And the aggregate score is a 4.38. Oh, and I'm kind of knob-heading this. Figured I could hard pour a stout, but apparently I was wrong. Try to get a nose on it through that giant dark chocolate head. What in the world's going on here? Oh. Got a hair on the glass. Kept thinking I was catching my mustache on the glass somehow. I get nothing. Absolutely nothing. This is like sniffing water. I wonder if it's too cold. I mean, it's kind of crazy for a stout, right? To say it's too cold, but it is like, 56 degrees. That says 51. Yeah, it's 56 degrees. It shouldn't be too cold, which is probably still warmer than what it is in this studio right now. It's like 20 degrees outside, and there's no heat up here. Yeah, I'm really picking up nothing. Can't believe I did not pick up anything on the nose whatsoever. Maybe my nose is broke. Color, that is oil black, midnight black, dark as dark can be. Seeing my reflection in the glass. Bust out the flashlight. There is no light penetrating that at all. That is just super, super dark. And this had a big, frothy moose-like head, but it's now kind of dissipating into islands a little bit, leaving some lacing around the glass. It was a big chocolatey, dark chocolate looking head. This looks like an amazing beer to me. Just can't believe there's nothing on the nose. That's really shocking to me. Wait a second. I am starting to pick up a little bit of char. Maybe it is too cold. I would have thought 56 would be plenty warm enough to get some aromatics to pop out. But who knows? Keep looking over there because I keep hearing sirens over top the gusty winds. Anyways, let's take a drink of this. Thank you, Nutmeg. Really appreciate it. Cheers, everybody. Full bodied. A little bit of that, like, evaporative booziness in the exhale. Maybe a very, very slight tickling of warming going down. Lots of char, burnt chocolate, burnt bitter chocolate. Deep, rich, bitter chocolate. And some notes of char. It's drying. The lingering finish turns into more of just a bitter chocolate. You know you're drinking a stout. You know you're drinking a well done big stout. A little bit of carbonation on the tongue, but it's very well balanced. Again, Untapped says it's 65 IBUs, which is kind of, if that's true, it goes back to the whole fact that IBU doesn't necessarily mean bitter. Because some IPAs at 65 IBUs are smacking in the mouth, piney, bitter nonsense. But then you get into stouts, and a high IBU doesn't mean it's very bitter. Which is crazy, because some of the highest IBU beers I've had have been stouts. I think that IBU, that bitterness, adds to like the dark, bitter chocolate. This was a very tasty, very well-rounded stout. No adjuncts, no nonsense. It's just a stout to be a stout. Very well done. This is delicious. This is, I think, with the body, the evaporative booziness I got in the first mouthful that I don't get now, and the slight warming, it's enough of a warning to not crush a lot of these real quickly, but I could. I could definitely crush a few of these real quick and get myself in trouble. But it's got enough of the signs to let you know, hey, slow down, this is a sipper. This is a very well done, very well rounded, just stout. Nothing special, nothing fancy, no crazy gimmicks. Just a well done stout. 10 Fidy from Oskar Blues Brewery. 2 horns up from me. Really delicious. Can't believe I've never had this beer before. Had a bunch of different beers from Oskar Blues. Can't believe I've never had this one before. Thank you so much, Nutmeg. I really appreciate it. Make sure you go check Nutmeg's channel out, Nutmeg the Palmetto. I'll link him down below in the description. Go check him out. Make sure you give him a like, give him a subscribe. It always helps all our channels out if you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. And as always, embrace the adventure.